Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show, which you haven't seen it before, is the very best programme on the television. Or if you have seen it before, you know it's one where I start off with a very big lie. And featuring tonight, we have a man of 1,000 voices, all of them the same, Stephen Frost. Then a man of 1,000 faces, very few of them human, Colin Mockery. Then a man of $1,000, all of them travel expenses, Brad Sherwood. And finally, a man of 1,000 appearances in this programme, Ryan Stiles. The very first game we're going to play tonight is called Superheroes. This is for all 4 contestants. Going to start with Colin, though, and the audience and I will decide what sort of superhero Colin is. He'll decide who the next person on will be, what sort of superhero that'll be, and so on down the line, until we've got them all on in the order of Ryan, Brad, and Stephen. So first of all, though, what sort of superhero do you think Colin would make? We've got Impotent Man or Constipation Man. Anything a little bit more elevated than that? But... No hair man. I don't find that as especially funny. Let's go with Constipation Man. So that's not something I suffer from particularly. Constipation Man, now what is the problem he's dealing with?
Wife trouble.
Wife trouble. You're a bit young to realise that. But trouble, women and wives are causing trouble the world over. And you, Constipation Man, are getting salvaged with the help of your other superhero friends. Take it away, Colin.
I've got to relax. I'm pushing all my hair out. Oh, just a little relief. That's all. What's this on the monitor? Oh, my job's half done here. It seems like women and wives are causing problems all over the globe. If only my super brain were here.
Sorry I'm late. I had to sneak out the back of the house. The wife's a bit...
I understand. Oh, thank God you're here. Embarrassed about your erection, boy. My God. Women and wives everywhere are causing problems.
I wonder what their problem is.
Sorry I'm late, but I was at your house.
Captain Menu.
Can I tell you about the specials?
What? Sorry about that.
Careful, that's the special of the day. Well, step aside, care for some soup?
No.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I had trouble with my shoelaces. You know what it's like.
Ah, Captain Crotch Grabber.
Good luck with the problem. I'll see you later.
I love when he comes over. Care to see the wine list?
No, thanks.
All right, well, I've got to go. A la carte.
All right. I gotta go put this to good use.
Well, Colin's leading by a short head, but Ryan's leading by a longer something else. As we go on to a game called Let's Make a Date. This is for all 4 contestants, but it's going to feature Brad Sherwood as a contestant on a sort of dating game, or television game, and he's got to pick from the 3 others who he'd like to go out on a date with. But they're not going to be playing themselves. Each of them has been given a strange character. And the idea here, Brad, is you have to work out A, who is the best person on a date with, which should be hard, and B, what character they have, which might be a little bit easier, I don't know. Anyway, where you go.
Contestant number 1, how would you show me a good time on a date?
Well, first of all, you'd have to find me. I'm down here.
Oh,
Down here.
All right. Contestant number 2, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done for a date?
Well, we went out for this lovely 10-course dinner. Starting off with some snail. And then...
I'll come back to you, contestant number 2. Contestant number 3.
Yes.
How would you woo me?
Well, I'd probably take you out for a drive in my new Volvo. I mean, Volvo.
Cheeky. Contestant number 1. I need some guy who won't treat me wrong.
Well, all you'd have to do is kiss me Blarney Stone, and everything would be all right.
Okay.
That's what we call it where I come from.
Strange, but sounds pretty lucky. Number 2.
Yes.
How would you dazzle me on a wild European tour?
Well...
That's the book. That's the book.
Trappy. What is wrong with you?
Contestant number 3.
Yes.
What's a secret about yourself that nobody knows?
Well, I used to be a woman. I wasn't really.
Okay, Brian, have you got any idea who these are?
Yes, I do.
All right.
He is a leprechaun.
Well done. Yes, well done. That's
I believe Colin has some sort of food poisoning, botulism.
yeah, that's okay. It's becoming increasingly ill. Bit too medical there, but I think you've got the gist of it, yes.
And Ryan is a part stand-up comic, part gynecologist.
That's fair, Bruce. He's kind of hates people not finding him hilarious, so like himself, really. So anyway, well done. Well done. That's a reasonable. I need hardly say that Colin's going to the lead then, because he hasn't. So as we go on the game called Secret, this is for Ryan and Colin, and what are they going to be doing? They are playing the Lone Ranger and Tonto. But the strange thing about this scene is there is a secret, which will be revealed at about 20 seconds into the improvisation. And what the audience has to do, if you would, is to suggest where the secret may be hidden.
Gun holster. Up his nose.
I think in the gun holster is the least sort of controversial of those. So there's a secret hidden in a gun holster. We join the scene 20 or 30 seconds before that secret is revealed. Then Ranger and Tonto.
Buffalo come.
You didn't really have to put your ear in it to know that.
We know that, Kimosabe. But me like work with you. Me don't want to get other Indian.
You're my trusted companion, Tonto.
Me no, Kimosabe.
You know, they say the Guango gang are causing havoc in this western area.
You hear that from Silver, Kimosabe?
He's a horse. He doesn't talk.
He talked to me, Kimosabe.
Does he?
He told me all about you.
He lied! Horses lie!
He say you heavy and butt sweaty.
Say, you're missing a gun, trusted friend.
Oh, me find later.
Oh, if we're gonna meet the enemy, you're gonna have to take one of mine.
No, me okay.
There seems to
Me
be
all right,
something inside.
Kimosabe. Me all...
What the?
Cocktail olives, Kimosabe.
What's the meaning of this, Tonto?
You mean more to me than partner. Me think we might have drink together. This side, small onion.
Anything to drink?
No. Well, no.
Tonto, you know I trust you with my life, but there can never be anything more than me and you as my trusted friend. That's all. That's
They
all.
give life for you. When bad men run out of bullet and throw gun, they hit Tonto, not you. Me Tonto stickhead in way.
That's pretty stupid, though, don't you think, young friend? It's best to hide behind a rock. I was about to do the same thing. If you hadn't stuck your head in the way, we would have been safe.
Don't tell me what to do. Me say, don't tell me what to do.
Wait a minute. What the? What's this making?
Hello, Gav.
Uncle! I'm guessing you're from England.
Well, today I can carry that out.
Where'd they get up?
But I knew you would never ride with Englishmen. You'd have to use a different saddle. And I knew that wouldn't suit the Great Ranger at all.
Oh, what is your real name?
Lord Pigley.
Okay, well, later on we're doing a survey to discover which is least convincing, Ryan's English accent or Ryan's Tonto accent. But very good, Ryan, you're going to lead with that one. As we come on to foreign film dub, this is for Brad and Colin. They're going to come on down, they're going to act out a film in a foreign language. We'll select the language in just a minute, but the other two will translate for them so we don't get left out. Now, what sort of language would you like this done in? Polish. There's somebody very keen on Polish, so let's hope the Polish works all right. And so what's the title? It's an epic film, The Return of the... Return of the Killer Tomatoes. That's about as good as it gets, I think. The Return of the Killer Tomatoes in Polish, please. I think that is actually a film, but try and make up a new version of it. Away you go.
Babushka, just anegdotki, so bardzo ślepa.
You know, I can't remember. How many of us does it take to change a light bulb?
Spaghetti speckle spook. Never mind that, I'm pissed.
Smatter bock is a bock.
Where have all the cabbages gone?
You've got anegdotki, no, nigga.
I gave them to Susan as an engagement present.
Speckle bock. Spaghetti tick. Spaghetti.
Susan with the big tits?
Careful, ladies and gentlemen, like Valenza.
I wish I had seen that Susan first.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Am I going mad or are they killer tomatoes?
My God, I haven't seen those since I was a young boy, growing up in the northern part of the country, raised by my mother and father 50 years ago, where wolves raised me and I sucked their chilies every night to get the milk that gave me nourishment to grow into a large man.
Spaghetti bock. Spaghetti.
Pardon?
You're back, flooded this room like a nymphoman.
It's not important, we must stop the tomatoes.
Spaghetti bock.
You attack them with the cucumbers, I'll take them out with a tin opener.
Spell them all. Spell them all.
Kill them all! Kill them all!
Built it, Nofni!
Susan!
Built it, Nofni!
Sneaky bossy. Sneaky boss.
Hey, they like us!
You're a very attractive man.
Okay, so we're going to end there. And, well, that's the points for that particular game. We'll take a break. Just now, bye. The scores, welcome back. Well, I can't just tell you the scores are really, really exciting, but then I don't have much of a life, so this makes me entertaining. Let's do a game of props now. Ryan and Brad, here's a prop for you. I've had a pair of props, and you have to come up with many different ways of using it. Well, I wish a member of the audience brought that to the recording, but thank you anyway. And the other pairing, and you have to do that. Different ways of using that. I'll buzz between the two pairings as the show progresses. As soon as I get the idea of what you're doing, away you go, Ryan and Brad.
I've never seen one like this before, but I'll see if I can get a tune out of it.
I said, get the martini glass out of my mouth.
Should I be waking up during the operation?
Did you tell Mr. Jagger his lip gloss is here?
I'm one of the shiny butt baboons.
Now, you just follow the M15.
Will you hand me my saline solution?
I sentence you to 40 years. Never lassoed a steer before.
Wait a minute, it's in knots.
Put in your diaphragm.
On my planet, we have many wives.
Okay, that's in there. Very nice. Well done. Excellent. That puts Colin to a shock 1 point lead as we go on to a game called Song Styles. This will be done with Brad Sherwood with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. And what's going to happen here is that Brad is going to make up a song on the spot about somebody here in the studio audience. So, does anyone like to have a love song made up about? Oh yes, there's a volunteer already. Very enthusiastic. Well, first of all, can you say what your name is, please?
Angela.
Angela.
That's a good rhyming name.
Very, very. So many words rhyme with Angela. And what's your job, or something about you? Have you got a job or an occupation? You work in a video shop. That's fair enough. We like video and TV. That's it. Work in a video shop. So can you make up a love song about Angela from the video shop? A nice song, love song you might get at the end of a musical. You know, a musical number, musical, nice upbeat, jolly song about Angela. Where you go.
I went to the video store to meet Angie. We were
go on a rafting trip down the Ganges. I started singing this little song, and she said, why don't we bring some porno videos along? I said, hey there, Angie, that would be kind of callous. She said, let's bring some naked Spice Girls and Debbie Does Dallas. I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of guy. She said, well, I also have some gay videos to give those a try.
50 points there to you, Brad, 60 to Richard, 90 to Angela, and a very good insight of what comes up in your mind when you say video store, but there it is. Now, let's do film dub. This is for Ryan, Stephen, and Colin. If you'd like to come on down to where they can see the monitor, and they have to add a new soundtrack to a piece of film from which the original soundtrack has been removed. I'd like to give you the story to add to this, which is At the Barbers. The film, or video as I was going to call it, is going to start any moment now.
There's the barber.
Melvin.
Whoa. Hey, you barber, my friend needs a haircut.
I could fix it for you.
I'm just here to deliver some food. Then I'm on my way, but
No, you've got to clip every trip before you go out. Don't forget Melvin.
if you're such a good barber, why is your hair so long?
Yes, why is that? Why? Why is that? Why?
Because Melvin.
You should try giving your eyebrows a trim. Down!
I will fix it for you. Don't to be broken. You could take that down.
I can't find everything you're going to do.
Hey, is this included in the haircut? Here we go! Everybody!
This is the worst date I've ever had.
Oh, thank you, guys. Sit down. Stretch.
I forgot my scissors.
We're all equal there, but on public acclamation, I have to give that to Stephen for his interesting supple impression. Okay, let's go on to a game called Sports Commentators. This is going to feature Brian and Colin acting out a little scene, and while they're doing it, Stephen and Brad will be sitting on some stools and being sports commentators, commentating on what they're doing. And what they're doing, you're being barbers. A nostalgic trip this for me. You're competing barbers, sharing the same equipment in a kind of competitive sort of way. And away you go, Brad and Stephen.
Hi, I'm Pink Hardwood.
And I'm Timmy Shagpile.
And it's time once again for the 1997 annual Snip-Offs, featuring the finest of hair cutters in all the world.
And it's a good day for it today. They've cleared the clippings off the floor. Still a lot of Brylcreem about from last night's preliminaries.
Quite a row during the styling sessions.
Certainly was. Oh, he's taking the spray. He's taking the spray.
Oh,
and
yes.
he doesn't like that.
I can't believe the foul play started so soon in the match.
Well, the umpire should have seen that.
Oh, he should have seen that.
He's got the hairspray in the eyes.
I think he was looking at the hairdryer at the time, and he missed the whole thing. Oh, that's going to cost points to Ryan. Oh, yeah.
Now, he's done that before. He did that last year in the semi-finals.
Well, he is the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
So they say. Now, he's put the styptic pencil on himself, and he's stitching as he plays. That's the one great thing about him. He can stitch and play.
I don't think it's the last thing Ryan did. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Now, is that a number one or a number two? I can't see. Is that a number one or a number two?
It's definitely number one because it took off the top layer of his scalp.
That's a number one. That's surely going to win it for him. He's got the hot towel. Not the hot towel. Now, Ryan should have seen that coming. He should have seen that coming because he's done that before.
That's going to hurt. I saw that in Helsinki in 1907.
I remember that one.
I'm very old. Oh, my goodness. Oh. He's actually disemboweling him. I haven't ever seen that.
But he did put shaving foam on first, which is courteous of him. A little violent.
He's making a shaving cream mountain. I hate to see this kind of sportsmanship.
Oh, tough blood! He walked it seven! He walked down!
Okay, let's leave it there. Thank you very much. The old art of miming slapstick has come back to Whose Lines It Anyway for 47 points. As we go on to Hoedown, this is a game for all four contestants, and I can hear them really looking forward to it. If you come on down, they can make up a Hoedown on the spot. Hoedown, there's a song in that form with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. Now, something do you get angry about? That'll be the top. Barristers! Barristers. Okay. That's fine. Barristers and lawyers generally, just expand it to include terms familiar both sides of the Atlantic. And take it away, Richard.
I was in the courtroom just the other day, and the jury, I began to sway. I was doing my final speech, it was going really well, when the judge fell asleep. Bloody hell!
I'm a lawyer and I needed to hire an assistant. I saw a girl outside and she was awfully persistent. She came in and told me all her legal beliefs. Later on I fell asleep and she went through my briefs.
Lawyers sue for everything, it really makes no sense. I just got a suit against me because of impotence. I really thought it was awful, I felt like such bad sport, but luckily they couldn't make it stand up in court.
I made a big mistake and I stole the car. Cops pulled me over before I got too far. I know I'll get convicted and go to the pen, 'cause I'm being represented by Clive Anderson.
Very good, very good, James. And the show with and totaling out the points, I see we have joint winners this week of Ryan and Stephen. So well done, Ryan and Stephen. The prize for winning is you have to read the credits in a style of my choosing, and you're two construction workers on a scaffolding. And you've got to read the credits in that style. Just remains for me to thank Stephen Frost, Colin Mockery, Brad Sherwood, and Brian Stiles. Richard Grant to the chair. Richard Grant.
Oi, Branch! Nice ass!
Look at that set on that Chris Owen down there. Ah, whoa, 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 whoa,
Full wheelers!
whoa. Hey, let's see if I can hit Eric Levy.
No offense, Susan Gosby.
Flock of pigeons over there. Screwdriver. They got him. They got her.
My dear, love this.
So down on it.
Oh, it's not very good. Look.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show, which if you haven't seen it before, is the very best program on the television. Well, if you have seen it before, you know it's one where I start off with a very big lie. And featuring tonight, we have a man of 1,000 voices, all of them the same, Stephen Frost. Then a man of 1,000 faces, very few of them human, Colin Mockery. Then a man of $1,000, all of them travel expenses, Brad Sherwood. And finally, a man of 1,000 appearances in this program, Brian Stiles. And the very first game we're going to play tonight is called Superheroes. This is for all four contestants. We'll start with Colin, though, and the audience and I will decide what sort of superhero Colin is. He'll decide who the next person on will be, what sort of superhero that'll be, and so on down the line, until we've got them all on in the order of Ryan, Brad, and Stephen. So first of all, though, what sort of superhero do you think Colin would make? Well, the Everton Man or Constipation Man? Anything a little bit more elevated than that? No hair man. I don't find that especially funny. Let's go with Constipation Man, so that's not something I suffer